So you really don't think feminism is in any way good for the society?
No.
Why? Why?
Well, if you are asking, can any good come out of it? Sure, but it doesn't mean that it is good for society.
Also, if a good can come out of it.
Yeah, because there are many things that has happened in existence that good things came out of. Doesn't mean that those things were good. Like
Well,
you can look at some wars that brought about some advancements in technology and all of those things that, but you still don't say that it was good that a couple of people were killed to make these things happen. So insofar as any group of people are pursuing an agenda that includes lying.
Did you say lying?
Yes. Because if you say you are biased, it means that you are distorted towards the truth.
Minus the bias.
No, there is no minusing it because it is a primary.
Well, you've said that feminists are usually biased, but my own bias was personal. But regardless of that,
I don't know why you keep saying personal as if it means anything.
Why
are you collecting somebody's bias? Are you taking somebody's beliefs? It's your personal belief.
Yes, what I'm trying to separate it. I guess that's why I keep hammering on it, because I'm trying to say, even if I wasn't a feminist, even if I don't have this feminist values, I would always be biased.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
No, I know that.
You don't know that.
When it comes to women's
you can't know.
You
can't know. The reason I say that you can't know is because the last time we spoke, you showed that you are unable to have like this. Because there were a couple of questions I asked you, like where you are seeing the truth before you, and I asked, and then you still denied it. You are not able to. You did actually. You are not able to. You're not able to abstract a bit. Right? So you can't tell me that you are suddenly able to abstract and say, oh,
I think the
this
bias
thing,
doesn't even come from, it just comes from, how do I put it? It's not, it won't affect
why do you think
decisions.
it will?
No,
you can't
won't.
know.
I'm just saying I'm biased because, I mean, why shouldn't I be? I'm a woman, right? But regardless of that.
Yeah, that's a weird justification.
No, exactly, that's my point. It's sort of flimsy, but it's still...
But you still hold on to it even though you acknowledge that it is flimsy.
Oh, yes.
You see the point?
Yeah, so I feel like you're not taking it seriously because of there's that bias in it. Can you separate the bias and just talk of feminism?
No.
And see... Why?
Because you meant what you said, and you've said it at least 15 or 20 times.
Just because, again...
Because it is true.
No. Okay, forget... Okay, see it as not even coming from me. Let's just say what feminism is. Like the equality of the both sexes, social, economical, all of that, yeah? Just feminism. This is what feminism is.
Okay.
There's no bias.
Do you think that's a good thing?
I think so.
Okay, what do you think equality, like what kind of equality are we talking about?
Well, in terms of Nigeria that we live in, that perpetrates this male dominance and thinking that a man should rule, the head of the house and all of that. I mean, it does a lot of harm.
Is that bad?
Well, is it good?
No, I'm asking you. I'm actually want to know what you think. So I can know like how much of that is a problem for you. That's why I asked you, is that bad?
Well, I think there is no problem with the household being on equal rights. When I mean equal rights, it doesn't even have to be down to the littlest things. Like, you know you're not answering the question I asked you. Is it bad for a man to lead in the house? Is that a bad standard that says men lead in the house? Is that bad? I don't want to use the word bad.
Okay, tell me, use another word.
Okay, it is... I'm trying to find the word.
We can wait. We have space. We deleted some videos.
Okay, so I'm just... Well, it's not bad, but at the same time,
it's harmful. It is good.
It's harmful. No, it's
not
good.
Double negative. You just said it's good, but okay, go ahead.
It's harmful.
Okay.
It's harmful in the sense that when there is... It's the same way you can't say, woman, I'm not looking for a leader. I'm looking for equality, right? So yes, it's bad for a man.
How do you get equality in that regard?
And it's compensation. Like, okay...
I'm talking about the family. We're still on the family.
Yes. Say there are two families, right? You're a man, you support with money, your wife supports with money, household chores, taking care of the children. you people are all doing what you can in the same sense. Not that the man is solely taking the responsibility of the finances. But even at that, I mean, there's still the childbirth where the woman bears the brunt of that physical hurt and all of that when she's recuperating, and that's a lot for a woman. I mean, that's so. I'm just saying that.
Can she lead in that?
You see, I'm not looking
period?
for a leader. You remember?
Okay.
I'm
Can
not
she
looking for a leader.
give 50-50 at that? You're looking for 50-50, right?
Well, I'm looking for 50-50 in the sense that it should be.
You said
in
equality.
whatever. I think it should be relative to the household. Maybe that's what I'm trying. It should be relative.
Okay.
It should be where the man cannot, the woman, replace it. Like they are working together. It shouldn't always be someone lording over. Like I am the man of the house. This is what you should do. This is what, like dictating and all of that.
So if there is leadership without dictating and lording over, would you be okay with that?
Oh yes.
Okay, so your problem is not leading; it's the type of leadership.
Okay, wait. You said
So if you say,
well, what is a leader?
No, I'm just asking because you said lording over. That's you finally identified a specific problem with the leadership mindset. So I now asked you. So if you remove that lording over and that type of leadership, then you'll be okay with the leadership.
I don't like the word leadership in the family. I would lie.
What's wrong with it?
Because why should there be leadership?
Yeah.
Like what is so important for a man to lead? Is it that a woman can't make decisions for herself? No, I really want to understand. It's not even. I'm not trying to be like at war. I want to understand. Like, is it that the woman can make decisions for herself in this household, or is it that she can't? Like, why can't they participate both in that regard? I mean, when I say equality, like I said, it should be relative in that particular household, like what works for them, and they're going hand in hand, doing that together to raise a family. Why does it have to be always submissive?
So let me answer you. Let me answer you. So the model of leadership in the household is one of service, right? So the man takes the responsibility of headship in the house, as Christ takes the responsibility of headship in the church, by giving his life for that which he prizes. For Christ, that's the church. For the man, that's his wife and his children, right? Specifically his wife. Then the wife submits to that man who sacrifices himself for her. Is that a bad deal? Objectively speaking.
I still don't see it. Because
no, I'm just asking. This thing I just described now, is that a bad deal? That if you have somebody that, let's say this person is actually able to lay down his life for you, then you submit to the person. You can't do that.
Do you mean in a literal sense, lay down his life for you?
Yes, literally. Yes, that's what I mean. Everything, in everything. He comes last, he eats last, he's considered last, everything. He just like that.
So why do we even have to go through all that?
No, I'm just asking.
Okay,
I'm asking you a hypothetical question.
Regard. Yeah. I can't give a different answer. Maybe.
What do you mean maybe? What do you mean maybe? What kind of a response is maybe?
I don't know.
It's a simple this thing.
Because reinforcing that would, I know, okay. So what do you mean when you say the wife will be submissive as the husband is laying down his life for her and coming last and putting her in everything? So what is the submission in her own, what is her part? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Gives herself completely to the man.
Okay, so basically every decision, everything has to go through the man. Is that like
not necessarily. That's not what it means, because you are talking about can't make decisions for herself. I don't know any man that doesn't want a woman to make decisions for herself.
Well,
but when it comes to leadership, you are talking about.
But even your idea of leadership is okay, but now some people may misconstrue.
I'm not talking about some people. I'm just giving you a hypothetical scenario. I want us to get that out of the way. I'm not talking about some people. We're talking about what the model is,
Okay.
what the objective thing is. We're not talking about how people understand it. We're talking about what the thing is, so that we can be able to identify between what the thing is and how people take it, because those are two different things. Because you talk about being a man generally, right? People have weird notions about being a man, being a woman, and all of those. It doesn't mean that they are right.
Okay.
So this is what that leadership is supposed to be. Because where the whole idea of, at least in the Christian circles, come from is from Scripture. So people normally read wife submit. The idea of submit to your wife, that language is from Scripture. It's from the Pauline epistles.
Well, they've abused it. But I guess.
Still not the point.
I know.
So, and that part has two sides, for the man and for the woman, right? The man's one is throw your life away. The woman's one is submit to this man. And I'm asking you, is that a bad deal?
In that Christ-like sense.
Yes.
No, in that Christ-like sense.
Okay.
And hypothetically.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is the problem?
What is the problem is that we're human beings.
Okay.
And it's the same way you are so against feminism. It's the same way someone could say that when it comes to this whole leadership thing, of course, they've taken advantage of it. Is this, okay, even that bride price thing we talked of, the bride price was a way of culture and all of that, but today, some people abuse it. They say that they go to the extent of saying that they were paid for. And so because of that price being there, see, they're paying for a woman. I believe that that was not the whole point of bride price in the first place, right? But because...
Maybe it was. Who knows?
Okay, fair
It's
enough.
not a Christian idea. It's not a Christian...
It's a traditional...
It's actually against Christian principles.
So yeah, so my point is with every movement, even
I
you
think
have agreed with that.
that's
with,
what-
There's extremism and with every ideology.
Yeah,
So,
everything, yeah.
yeah, so I think it's going to be harmful if we keep perpetrating the man is the leader.
No, it's not. It's not
Because-
at all. If it is the way God structured the world,
You keep saying, of course, I know the way God structured, but we're human beings at the end of the day.
it doesn't
and we're
matter. You
going
can't say it's harmful, or there have been some bad popes, let's stop having popes. There have been some bad
in
presidents.
this case,
Hold on,
it's actually-
there have been some bad presidents who have abused their power horribly. So do we stop having
Maybe we should
having
look
presidents
at it,
completely?
Maybe we should look at it from another way.
Which other way can you do it that you don't have a leader of a country? No, I want to know. Will we ever, all of us, be
I'm not
400 million leaders signing documents at the same time? Is that what you want?
That is not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying you have to agree. So this, because when they come out saying that male dominance, that is and young boys are getting the same man we talked of on Twitter and the thing he teaches and all of that, and you consume such type of thing, and you go home, or there's gender-based violence that can come out of it, because if your wife even tries to slightly, maybe not even disagree with you, just try to see another reason with you, it blows out of proportion. So yes, I know what what religion intended, what leadership is. I get that, honestly, I do. But I still think that it is harmful, because in a case where you keep telling men that they are supposed to be leaders in their homes and all of that, of course they will abuse that power. And when they see that their wife or it's not doing what she's supposed to do, or even if maybe in as inconsequential things as well, this can provoke them, because why are you trying to defy you? Like, I'm a man, you shouldn't try to defy me and all that. And things get out of hand.
So what I asked you before was, is that a reason to be against the principle itself?
I think
or
so.
the abuse of
Isn't
the principle?
It enough reason?
Why will it be enough?
Because people are getting hurt.
This is the only way that God has structured his world, why would you be against what God has instituted? Because if you look at
religion from it, but I understand.
Why would you separate religion from it?
Because it's not helping.
Why would you remove? Like, you're talking about removing God. You're saying remove reality from it. How does that make sense? Like, it blows my mind when somebody says remove religion from it. I mean, you are talking about how God designed his world, And they're saying
Are we
remove God
adhering-
from
Are
it.
people adhering to that design
Does it matter?
anyways?
Does it matter?
Well,
Does that change anything?
something has to be done.
It does it change anything?
But
So
something has to be
if
done.
God says this is how you are supposed to lead, and another person is doing something they are not supposed to do, does that mean leadership is bad?
Leadership is not bad, but
So that's the thing. So if you're attacking the principle itself, it means that you are also falling into a different type of illusion.
I just think that these things are harmful, and I think
I
that
don't
they are
see how they are
breeding-
harmful.
They are breeding.
You are talking
violence,
about
gender-based violence.
the misuse of what is good. Anything like your hands can be misused. You can use your hand to kill somebody. It's misuse of what God has
Yes, but-
instituted,
well,
right?
it's getting-
Do you now say let's chop off people's hands?
So if you can get a proper statistics,
It doesn't
that-
matter what statistics.
really,
It doesn't matter.
It's cutting half.
It doesn't
People
matter.
Are dying.
It doesn't matter.
Women are dying
It doesn't matter.
because this is the way it's designed.
What
to
about
be, so
what
that we
about
should
what
adhere to
about
it.
okay, what about mothers who kill their babies? Do you now say let's get rid of mothers? Like that's the kind of argument you are making. You are saying, let's take this thing that God designed that is part of, like concrete part of his word, and change it or remove it because people are misusing it.
But what is so bad in trying to now make it so that it can be that this, like, the society can see that, okay, it can be on an equal terms. So that
Why does it have to be equal?
because
We are not equal. Men and women are not equal.
biologically, yes.
So okay, biologically, yes.
Oh, biologically,
That tells you
yes.
something. That tells you something. We were created to be complementary. We're not created to be equal. We are created to be complementary.
Well,
This person plays his role, and this person plays their role. What's bad about that?
it is not sustainable.
Why?
It isn't.
Okay.
Because-
What other sustainable idea do you have? Let's tell God. So that God can modify it quickly according to your own design. Let's tell God how he should
I
order
honestly- because-
reality.
I'm also, if I weren't maybe for an atheist, I may have more to contribute, but because I'm also for religion.
No, you have ideas that's why I told you that you can't be a feminist and a Christian. That's the point I was making. Because
I don't even think you have to be a feminist to have to think that these things are harming women. I don't think you have
that
to
is
be a
not what is
feminist.
harming women.
There are a lot of things harming women.
It
but
doesn't
is one of the
matter.
things harming
You
women.
can't say that motherhood is harming babies. That's the kind of argument you're making.
That is not. It's
Is
an
it not
entirely
this? Is not?
different thing.
Why is it not? Why is it not the same argument? Because okay, what is
Well,
causing women to have babies?
When you say mothers are killing their babies,
Yeah.
In what regard? Like how are mothers killing them? Do you mean?
There are a lot of mothers who kill their babies. There is one. I think we mentioned something about that. The boyfriend said, "I don't want children." She drowned all her kids in the U.S. I think didn't we say something about that?
Okay, yes.
So, and there are a lot of violence against children from women. There are women who give birth to their kids and toss it into a trash bin, toss their baby into a trash. It's a very common occurrence. You should
I'm
know.
not sure about common.
What do you mean you're not sure about?
I don't know.
I'm not saying like it is rampant. I'm saying it's like you see a lot of it happening around the world, right?
It's not something I'm very familiar with.
So the point I'm still making is, just because somebody can abuse something, doesn't mean the problem is that thing.
Shouldn't we do
What
something
majority
about
is abusing it? What majority is that? What majority is that?
So it has to get to majority before something can
You
be
just
done.
said majority.
No, I'm saying if the majority is abusing it, shouldn't something be done? And
Okay.
should we wait for the majority to even be abusing
Even
it?
if majority is abusing it, what does it change? So let's say that most countries have terrible presidents. That in fact leaders just are horrible at their jobs, right? What do you do in that regard? What do you say? Oh, you don't like leadership. Because there are people that say that they're anarchists. You know, right? There are people that advocate for that type of this thing. But would you support anarchists? Because they quote data to they say, oh, leaders did this, leaders did that, all those. Would you support them? I'm just asking you to know your view. Would you support them?
Anarchists.
You won't support them. Why not? Why not?
I don't know if we should even be lightening the circumstances.
Why? It's the same ideology.
Because in this case, it won't be
It's
so
the same
bad
principles,
for that
I mean.
basis of equality, no? And the equality I'm even talking of, it's not necessarily I'm just saying, we shouldn't perpetrate that whole the man is the leader of the home.
Okay, let's approach it from a perspective that you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Do most women go for men who are stronger than them?
I suppose.
It's not you suppose. You know the answer is yes.
Okay.
Most women go for men who are taller, who are more successful, who are more intelligent, who are more everything. Like, women are biologically encoded to go for men who are higher than them in any of these measurable stats. Why do you think that is?
You said biologically.
Yeah, why do you think it is like that?
Because there's the design.
Okay, so do you think that you can then say women should stop and then they stop?
I wasn't agreeing to be. I'm just saying, is that
No, I'm just
you were
asking.
saying?
Yes, because we are designed a certain way. Because we are designed a certain men have their own biological
We're human
design.
beings, and with every day we can be able to make our choices for ourselves.
No, you can't when it comes to certain biological encoding.
The leadership is not biologically.
No, I'm just saying, like, this thing it's tending towards leadership if you are not seeing it. Because if somebody is going towards somebody, if somebody is gravitating towards somebody that is higher than them, bigger than them, stronger than them, and there's a reason why the person is going after that person. It's because they are looking for protection. That is leadership right there.
Protection we talk of all the time.
That is leadership.
How many times do we see men in this?
It doesn't matter. The point is, this is what it is. Right? This is what it is. So you can't just come and make an ideology that is so against nature and still say, oh, it has to work. How will it work?
I don't see the downside of it though.
It's not about having a downside. It's about reality. Like you are saying something that is manifestly against reality.
But since it's not having a downside, why can't we also preach that?
I didn't say it doesn't have any downsides.
Okay, what's the downside of having an egalitarian society?
Because it's against nature.
Just that?
No, you can't. What do you mean by egalitarian society, first of all? Because I like to define terms properly.
Well, because we are in a patriarchal society controlled by men, right? Like,
if you say so.
As I was saying, and as we much discussed how the man is the leader of the home, and you said that is a design and all of that.
Okay.
But I'm now saying, is it so bad if that is not the case? If it is just, like you said, complementary, but I know you said the roles of each individual, but let's do away with the roles. But just people do away with the roles.
Do away. How will you do that? Can I start giving birth to children because you?
No, I mean
that's still part of the roles.
No, don't.
Do you understand? Like, I don't know what you mean. Like, it's like.
What I mean is,
who is doing away with? Yeah, that's what the roles are.
It's
they
not
complement
in the sense
each other.
of that role. I am just saying, a man contributes financially, a woman contributes financially, domestically. Everybody is involved in the household. It is not a household where the man contributes financially. The woman also contributes financially, and the man also still expects that this is a woman's duty to take care of the domestic section of the house. Meanwhile, the woman is also contributing financially. So I'm just saying, and then, of course, the harmful aspect for me is this gender-based violence. When you tell men that they are the leaders of the home, when you keep enforcing these things, and they see themselves as the superior, and they go home and the wife doesn't cook for them, or doesn't do what her role is, it leads to violence.
I don't even know where you're getting that type of idea from.
No, don't tell me it's far-fetched.
Yeah, it is.
It is not far-fetched.
It is
because
if you are talking about crime, crimes happen every day. People do crazy, insane stuff every day.
You like to.
But you are deciding that the reason is because they are told you are the leader of the house. That is the reason, and you have decided that without any basis.
I mean,
you are just deciding that this is the reason.
Not just the leader of the house. They just feel like they're superior to women. I mean, even in meetings.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you are saying that the reason they feel that they are superior to women is because they are told you are the leader of the house.
Yes. You don't think so?
Why do you think so? Who told you that?
Because of that word leader.
Why do you think that's bad?
I mean, if you
Have you ever seen a boss that is a leader of an office come to kill everybody or something like that. Have you seen that before?
What?
No, if the word is bad, like have you seen somebody that they say, oh, you are the one leading these people, and then they come and become violent and start killing everybody? Have you seen that before?
No, that can happen.
I'm saying, have you seen it before?
I haven't seen it before.
Okay, so maybe it's not that simple the way you are defining it.
Well, I don't think I'm even making it that simple. I'm just saying in your
You
own
are oversimplifying it.
But is it so bad though?
Is what so bad?
What I just said. Having two people come together in a household and just take care of each other without
If
the
you
need
say-
to
if-
assert roles and leadership.
I have never seen a man who says, woman, your place is to do this and do that. Right? Personally, I've never seen a man that says, woman, your role is to do this and do that, or a woman that says, man, your role is to give me money and do stuff like this.
Well, it happens.
Everybody just, we just do what we are supposed to do. Right? Because that is, the man not only gives, but wants to give. Because the thing is that there is a reward system when it comes to like performing some of these biological roles. There are some rewards to them. The person is not giving begrudgingly, at least if they are 100%. They are not giving. They are happy to provide for their families. And the woman is not giving. That's why you see some women who are angry when you get a housemaid, because they want to be the ones cooking for their husbands. There are a lot of women like that. So there is a reward that comes with knowing that you are of service to someone else. It's insane, but that is true. There are, like, people want to be useful to other people. There's a reason we're encoded that way.
I mean, I'm not even totally throwing that away, am I?
Yeah, so no, the point I'm trying to make is that part of saying we don't have to define it this way, it doesn't still change that there are roles. Like, because if you're saying that the problem is telling men that they are leaders at all, then that's a bad idea. Because we don't know what causes some of those violence you're talking about. Because the ones that say that they want to kill their children, some of the women that kill their children, right?
That is not, I don't think that's even mainstream, the women. And
What are you talking? I don't know why this is an argument for you.
I'm not trying to even, this is not me pushing back. I'm just genuinely surprised.
What do you mean it's not mainstream? Like, what does that mean? How many has to happen before it becomes mainstream?
Well, I don't want it to be mainstream either, but I mean, the idea of that
The circles you run with don't post violence from women to men. They usually just post one side of this thing. That is the point I made to you the other, because there was something I asked you and you said, no, you don't know. And I was like, how the hell do you not know? This is like a social, everybody knows this, but you don't know. Because of the circle, like they are feeding you the stuff that furthers their idea. They tell you, these people did this because, and they attach any meaning they want and you buy it. You say, these people are, because there was one that happened where they were interviewing, I think it was Ted Bundy, I'm not sure, but it was from this lady, Lila Rose. I don't know if you know her. She was reacting to the interview. And it happened that a lot of these violent criminals like serial killers, they say that one thing that they have in common, at least some of them, I don't know how they presented that data, but it was like that pornography was an underlying struggle between a lot of those people. So you get to see that there is a disorder. Not that somebody is telling you leadership. Because leadership is a good thing. Leadership flows from God. God is leader. You can't be telling me that, oh, you're against a positive thing, that this is a manifestly positive. You are saying you are quarreling with that. It's just like saying God is father and fatherhood flows from God, because that is what it is. Fatherhood flows from God, for instance. And then you say you're against fatherhood, that kind of stuff, right? And then I'm like, what? Because it's not a good argument. Because every other things that we have abused, we are positive things too. Everything that you can think of that man has abused, they are positive things.
So, is feminism a positive thing? Do you think it was it's at some point in your life, do you ever consider feminism a positive thing? That
yeah, before I did at some point when I didn't know about the movement properly.
But when you you say when you didn't know? What is the movement? What was that thing you didn't know about the movement?
I
properly
didn't know that feminism was teaching women to be biased against men. And I didn't know then that feminism was having this revisionist view of history where we go back and label everything oppression. Because that one is their best, that one is their hobby. Let's go back in history and say everything was oppression. If a man looks at a woman, you even see cases of a man, a woman, spiraling out of control because somebody looked at her. Right? They spiral out of control like somebody is dragging their hair because somebody looked at them. That kind of stuff, and it's crazy. So I'm not saying that those people are feminists anyway. I'm just saying like you see some of these things and you're like, wow, this is crazy. So, but that is the problem I had with it initially. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Because that is not an honest way to view history.
Okay. The bias against women. Say you take, just hypothetically, say you take the bias out against women, yeah? What other problem would you say you have with feminism?
Do you need more?
I need more, actually.
Why would you need more?
Because I still don't know. I've not yet seen that.
Yeah.
But like you said, I know they're extremists, yes.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if they're extremists.
That bad thing about feminism.
Bias is a really bad thing.
No, I said hypothetically. Just remove bias first.
I can't. Because the point I'm trying to make is like this is the thing that defines it.
Do you believe that there are no
opinion.
feminists that without the bias?
I think the feminists that can, but they won't get along with their fellow feminists. They won't really be like feminists.
Do you really think it thrives on bias, feminism?
Yes, it does. Because like the point of departure is the problem. Because what I'm saying is, if the thing is departing from a good premise, you can say, oh, then it went out there and then some people corrupted it. Right? So you can make the argument and I can listen to that. But if you are saying that the thing departed from a bad premise to start with, then...
You believe that?
Yes, I believe that.
How? Why was feminism even introduced in the first place? Is it not...
Equality. So that's the point, because you're advocating for things, right?
It's not even like... I'm actually trying to understand now, right? Because my own thinking is that it was born out of, equality, and also to shed light on things women are going through, so that, like, this whole, in relation to Nigeria, some things, they can talk about the gender-based violence thing, they can talk about female genital mutilation, like the northern parts, and the child marriage. They can shed light on these things and maybe create awareness and create maybe domestic shelters.
Do you think these things you describe now, it's only women that suffer it? Do you think men don't suffer gender-based violence? No, I'm serious. I'm actually asking. Do you think men don't suffer gender-based violence? Do you think that there are some women, there are no women out there who are just looking for men to kill? You think that doesn't exist? Or you think that this genital mutilation or something like that, that it's like only women suffer that, something similar to that?
It's the majority for the women.
It doesn't matter if it's the majority. The point is, do you think that other people don't suffer? Do you think that is?
No.
They are. That's the whole point I'm making. Because even the one I mentioned the other day about the, I don't know if it was you I was talking to, there was a post that, I don't know if it's WHO, I don't know who put that post about stop violence against female journalists. And it was so stupid. Because the male journalists die way more than the female journalists. People who travel from the US and other developed parts of the world to go to like maybe Africa and other places who get killed. And they are just focused on, just leave women for us. You can kill the other people.
I don't think that's what they're saying.
Yeah, you see?
I don't think that's what they're saying.
That's what they were saying.
But
because that's the point I'm making. Like when you present one-sided advocacy, you are saying that it belongs to them.
It started as a one-sided. I mean, not like it started as, but
you can see it's one-sided. It's always one-sided.
They were a bit more on the parts, like dads as women. They were more on the oppressive side.
oppressed side.
I know.
Yeah.
I do want to use that word.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Do you think that, historically speaking, women have had it worse than men?
I know you want to say things like the world that men were drafted in and women
Oh.
were. I know you want to say things like
So,
that.
but knowing that, do you think that women had it more, that their lives were more difficult than men's lives, historically speaking? This one hard. This one no easy. It's a difficult question. Yeah. So that is the problem I have with the entire movement.
No, but I
Because
still don't
you
think-
don't even have it worse than the other people that you're talking about.
But
You don't even have it worse. Like if we start counting numbers, you don't have it worse. Right? But we don't go carrying a... Who are we going to protest if we carry placards? Who is the person we are going
maybe
to
we
protest?
should have protested. Women
Who?
did their
Who?
own.
Who?
And the thing with this...
No, but who do
and
we
the thing
protest?
And the thing with this women movement is, I know it's usually women championing for women movement and all that. Like when it's usually International Women's Day, you see a lot of women's posts, cheering women on, talking about women's achievements or doing, yeah, you see a lot of that. But when it comes to Men's Day, it's kind of hush. And some men would say, why is it not as loud as...
That's not my argument. I'm not making
know,
that kind of argument.
I know, but I mean, it's there. I'm trying to say that even though you will be saying that the men are also oppressed,
I'm not saying oppressed.
but they had it difficult as well, right?
Yeah, sure.
They don't speak out as much.
Who are they going to speak out? That's my question.
So what are women speaking out to?
Because you have somebody you think is your enemy, you're targeting men. You're saying we're asking
Also,
men to do
think,
this.
No, I'm not even. I don't think enemy is the right word.
What is it? What's the right word? Let's wait.
It shouldn't be a fight.
No,
shouldn't.
what is the word?
I told you the word.
No,
but it's
I
not-
want the word.
It's an enemy.
I want that word.
It's an enemy.
We
Enemy
must
is-
get that
Enemy
word.
is so strong.
No,
like,
what is the word?
It's a
Make
war.
it softer. Make it softer for me. Let me hear. What's the word?
I mean, men are the oppressors.
Okay,
in
that's not your enemy. The person that is oppressive is not your enemy. You're kidding, right?
But regardless,
So
I'm
that
just
is-
saying
that is the- that is the
Men
point.
can be as loud too, but they are
To
not.
who?
To the society.
Which society?
Men and women. The same way women are allowed to the society, to men and women as
No,
well. Because
women are allowed to men.
they're also allowed to. I mean,
No,
some
you
women
have
are opposed of
figured out that
patriarchy.
the people that are your problems is the people that you have to fight against is the men. Because you are calling yourself feminist. It means that you're opposed to these other
But you
people.
know, feminist is not even.
No, the point I'm making is that this is the people, like you've drawn a straight line, right?
Battle
These
line.
are the people that you have to battle against, which is a really horrible ideology to start with. Because not even every woman there is for you. Not even every woman in your group, not even everybody there is pro female, right? So if you've drawn that line, it's men versus women, you've messed up the entire thing. Because what a movement that makes sense should be saying, oh, let us stop oppression everywhere.
Isn't that what feminism is saying?
No, it's
but
not what
they
they're
said
saying.
I think it's saying that, but the thing is, they were clamping down on women more because, like,
There was no clamping down on men. There was no advocacy. In fact, there was, like I mentioned the other day, there was a label on men's health rally in the UK as hateful. And there was a rally against them by women. You should check that online, actually. It's there, right? So it's gotten to that point where you can't have that kind of conversation. And so if you have a forum that says men only, there are people that are going to kick against it because it sounds weird.
maybe it's the same men that will kick against it.
No, it's not men, it's women. That's the point I'm making.
I don't have a
So,
problem
but
with
what I'm saying in essence is this, though. Once you say you are limiting your scope to women only, you are missing a whole lot of things.
It started with women. I don't
It's
want
still
to say
like
it
that.
started with
It's
women
still
only,
like
but
that.
because we were on the oppressive side, in the sense
Which
that
oppressive side?
I know. They were not okay with how they were being treated, right? Like they wanted more rights to do things and all of that. I know men went to the wars and yes.
Which right?
So that is how it was born.
Which right?
That is how it was born, right? And now, but I don't think it's. I don't know. It's not a war. It's not. I know it looks like a war, and maybe in some cases it should even be a war because men are really, in some cases, some men are brutal. You get? And my point is honestly, I really don't want it to be a war for me. I actually genuinely want a peaceful.
Do you think feminism can achieve that?
Yes, I think so. I think so. I feel like.
How do you see
People
that
should stop.
happening?
First of all, I mean, we should shed light on things that
They are doing
women
it now.
and men.
They are doing it now. No, you said what feminism, the tactics they are using now, because they're not shedding light on women and men, they're shedding light on women. So how are they going to achieve that? So I wanted to ask you, like, you seem to hold, like, sometimes hold diametrically opposed views. So you were explaining to me how you.
Yeah, I was just saying that it's not born out of trying to take a stance, really. I guess I'm just making it up as I go along with how life is treating me.
No, but if you say you're a feminist, that's you're taking a stand, because I am not a manist, like I said, right? I am not saying.
What's a man?
I don't know, maybe.
But and I'm saying that we seem to forget that feminism is for the both sexes.
No, it's not.
For the quality of the both sexes.
It's not. It's not. If
for
it is,
women.
if it was, don't tell me that. If it was, it would not be called feminism.
Well, like
The very fact that you called it feminism shows that it is not.
Like I said,
It's-
women were
it's
dissatisfied with how they were treated, and
Yeah.
the movement came about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's equality of the both
No,
sexes.
it's not. It's not
And maybe
that at all.
sometimes we overlook that.
Really, it's just overlooking it is part of the feature of the feminism. That's what I'm telling you. Like, if you say that your version of feminism is everybody,
It's everybody.
it's by definition not what it. That's the point I was making to you earlier. It's by definition not what it is. Because if I say
what is it then? Because it's not saying that it is not saying feminism is
Feminism
not defining it as equality of women. It is equality of the both
no,
sexes.
feminism are saying men are up here, women want to be up here. That's what feminism is saying. Feminism is not saying we're advocating for men and women in some way. They are just saying the premise is men are up here and they are oppressing us. They are oppressing us, and we want to
be on the same level with
So
men.
you can't tell me that is advocacy for men in any way,
It's
because you are already
Even
saying
though
that
it's
men
not
are your.
advocacy for men, it is not at the same time trying to put men down.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that is what it expressly is, like manifestly. I'm saying the very this thing of it is like it's exclusionary. It's for women only. That's the point I'm making. I'm not saying that it is trying to oppress men.
Okay.
I'm not saying that is what it is by design. Not that that's not what it does eventually. I'm not saying that is what it is by design. By design, it is that men are oppressing women. Women need to be equal to men. That's what the premise is.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me that, it's for it's not for everybody. It's for women, right? Let's keep it realistic and this thing. So, but anyway, the point is that it takes a lot of study. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of not being biased. It takes a lot of objectivity to get to a place where you can see clearer. And first thing I'll tell you is get rid of your bias. Doesn't help you. Bias doesn't help anybody. The people that are on the other side screaming are biased too. The people that are on this side screaming are biased too. And it's men hate women or whatever it is that they are preaching. Women hate men, whatever it is that they are preaching. And everybody's talking past each other.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, you have to have a central view and you're like, okay, let me view everything by their merit. Let me not give in to that inclination of agreeing with somebody because they are women or because they are men. Let me look at this thing objectively and see if there is merit to it. And if there is merit to it, I add it to my worldview and I'm okay, this makes sense. I put it somewhere.
Do I not agree with you? I agree with you, right?
Yeah, that's rare.
What do you mean it's
Extremely rare. I've never even heard you say you agree with anything I've said.
No, I said, do I not agree with you?
When?
So I've never agreed with you.
No, I'm just asking. Maybe I forgot. When?
I'm looking to him to at least in the whole conversation. So
I don't think you've agreed with me a lot.
I know. Maybe if you watch it and you can see that I would agree with you.
Maybe on something that does not like. I've agreed with you on some things when you mentioned some people and say, yeah, that's insane. But when I tell you, even the one about it, you try to tell me, oh, it's not so rampant. Oh, it's not this.
It was just this one because honestly, I mean, it's.
But it
I'm
doesn't
not
matter.
waiting for it to be rampant or anything. In that
It doesn't.
sense.
The fact that it happens is bad enough. It doesn't matter if it is rampant. I'm just telling you, this is what, like, this is where women champion statistically. Like when it comes to doing something bad, but that doesn't mean that that specific faculty should be taken away from women. Doesn't mean we should cut out women's wombs so that they don't have to become mothers and kill their children. That's insane.
Very insane.
So, but anyway, thank you very much for coming. Hopefully, we are going to pick this up sometime or talk about something else.
Yes.
So it was nice
yeah.
chatting with you.
As it was with you too.
So, bye-bye.
Bye. We can talk about transgender.